if you receive a warning on your computer that says that you've been infected with a virus, don't believe it. First, call your antivirus program company and have them check your computer out before you call anybody. And if you do call a phone number, call Dell or call Microsoft directly and talk to their technicians. Don't go by any phone numbers on the internet. I was doing some business work on the computer, and all at once I was actually skimming through different websites that I needed to look at. I was looking for information. All of a sudden my computer locked up on me and a warning came on. Buzzers and bells, all kinds of stuff. Scared the heck out of me because my head was actually, I was thinking about this other stuff that I was working on. All of a sudden this thing said message on the computer screen that I had been infected and my computer was being attacked. And I panicked. I did not have my head in the game. And I panicked and I thought, oh, not this. So I kept reading and it says you need to call, and this is critical. It said Microsoft technicians. And there was a phone number. So I thought I was actually dealing with the real Microsoft technicians. And I goofed. I called these people. It was not. They went about for the next 5 or 10 minutes trying to prove to me that they were who they said they were. They said, oh yeah, we are subcontractors for all, and they had a list, a whole list of maybe 10 or 15 different major companies, and you'd recognize the names. And they said we work for those people as subcontractors. And then they started showing me computer pages of supposedly my computer that were being attacked, and they were using references like from Russia, from China, from African countries, and they said you've been infected with something they called a Clampi Trojan. And they said your computer is going to give out all the information that's on it. They're going to use your computer for illegal activities. We should be able to take care of this for you real quick. Not a problem. So I believe them. I actually went through and I gave them information on my credit card, and as soon as I got off the phone with this guy, I called my antivirus company and asked them, how come it was that your computer antivirus program didn't block this Clampi Trojan? And the guy said, right now, disconnect your router. He said, disconnect your internet connection immediately. So I did. And then he says, it's a scam. He says, these people have been going around and they somehow that's why I called it a bait and scam, bait and hook type scenario, because they set some type of it's almost like a mine out there that does this to your computer. When you hit on it, it locks it up, it tells you you've had this virus, and the mistake is that you call them. Don't do it. Don't do it. So they led me on to believe that my computer was bad. This guy told me, he said, delete everything that's on your computer that they put there. Since you've disconnected the internet connection, they have no more access to it. And then he went through my programs, checked everything. He said, there's nothing wrong with your computer. It's fine. He says, run our program. And he says, it'll tell you whether you've got any infections at all. So I ran the program, it's a deep type scan on the computer. It's not just a scan, it's a real deep scan. There's nothing on my computer. There was nothing wrong with it. There never was. They never had access. The other company never had access to my computer, so they were never able to plant or do anything to my computer that might have harmed it or allowed, whatever agencies that they were connected to get access to my computer. So that's when I really got upset about it. And I called Dell and I told them that their name was being used. And this is important for all the listeners. They need to know that Dell and all these major corporations like Microsoft never call you. Never call you. You always have to initiate the call to call them first, and then they would take care of the problems for you. But they never initiate calls or never set out traps like this. So it's been a real, since then, I've cut all ties with them. I've changed all my passwords. Everything's different now. But still, I still have been getting phone calls that says, hey, you owe us money. Then they started giving me documents. They actually showed me these fake documents. I've never seen them before. That's got my name and my address and the amount of money that, I supposedly owe them. It's horrible, absolutely horrible. And it's a scam company. They did try, but I was able to get a hold of my bank to block it and stop it. And now they're on alert. They're watching. They're watching because they tried a second time under a different name to submit the bill again. So this company, they're pretty bad, pretty bad. And I can tell you that it's called Rapid Technicians, at least at first, what they called themselves. And then on the paperwork, it was something different, System Software Hub World. And they said that they're from the Republic of Moldavia. I got an address, a phone number. I sent all this to the Federal Trades Commission and gave them a full report. They're supposed to be working it. I also did the do not call list. I called them to, block all the phone calls that they're trying to extort money out of me. And I did everything I possibly could. Somebody even suggests call your local police department. And I had done that. And they like, what? It's an internet thing. We don't deal with internet. The police force, they don't want anything to do with it.